Hi, this is Phil from Phil and Victoria Gerdes of Long and Foster Real Estate, Christie's International, and today's video is all about why you should not list your house above market value. Let's get into it. All right, so we polled thousands of agents across the United States and we came up with the top 3 reasons. Listen, there are countless reasons why you should not list your home above market value, but we came up with the top 3, so let's dive in. Reason number 1, you're selling the competition. It's really simple. When you list your house above its true value and all your neighbors have their homes listed for what the house should be listed for, guess what? Someone comes to see your house and then they look at your neighbor's house, and even if your house looks a little bit better, all they say is, well, for $100,000 less, I can buy that house over there and I'll put $20,000 in. I'll get all the same upgrades that your house has. And guess what? You just sold your neighbor's house. So reason number 1, you're selling the competition. What's reason number 2? Reason number 2 is very simple. The buyer you're looking for that's in your home's true value range, they'll never see your house. Now, what do I mean? I mean, when someone goes online and they do a search for a home, the first thing they look for is not bedrooms, it's not bathrooms, it's location and price point. So if they're looking immediately for price point, and let's say your house is really worth $800,000 and you list it for $900,000, the problem you have is if my price point is $800,000, I may look to $825,000, but I'm not looking at $900,000 houses. So what are you doing? You're losing me as a buyer, and I'm a great buyer. You don't want to lose me as a buyer, so make sure you stick with rule number 2 and remember it. Buyers in your home's value range are never seeing your house. All right, reason number 3, when we polled thousands of agents, it was simple. Again, it takes a lot longer to get offers. It takes a whole lot longer to get offers. If you're looking to sell your home in 30 to 60, maybe 90 days, well, with us, our average days on market are 19. But if you're looking to sell your home in a decent amount of time, you don't want to list it above market value, because if you list above market value, it's going to extend the amount of time that it takes to get offers. Now, here's the issue. The longer your home's on the market, the worse it looks to potential buyers. Even though your house is gorgeous, even though your house is absolutely stunning, people start thinking something's wrong with it. And remember, if I think something's wrong with your house, I offer less. That's the complete opposite of what you want. So tip number 3, reason why you are absolutely positively not listing your home above market value. When we polled thousands of agents across the country, it takes longer to get offers. And here's the thing, for the person that's going to say, but Phil, I did it, and guess what? I got an offer, and right now we're just waiting for the appraisal. Oh, wait. Yeah, the appraisal. Don't forget, guys, even if you get an offer, the bank still has to appraise your home. And if the appraiser appraises your house for less, there's only a couple options. Option 1 is your buyer walks away, and we obviously don't want that. Option 2, well, guess what? You reduce the price to the appraised value. And remember, the appraiser is not emotionally attached at all to your house. So any chance you had of making a little extra money just went away. And option 3 is, and it seldomly happens, the buyer brings that extra $50,000 or $75,000 to the table at closing because they really want your house. Folks, it almost never happens. Don't list your house above market value. So, if your goal is actually to make more money when you list your home, there are a couple quick things that you can do to ensure you have a better chance of making more money when you list your home. So let's go over it. First off, I want you to know it is heavily predicated on what market you're in. If you're in a market where it's all about the buyers, you're probably not going to get as much from these tips. But if you're in a market that's even 50-50 or maybe more seller heavy, you can really do a lot to help your house sell for more money. So what we'll do now is we'll cover 3 quick tips to do just that. All right, the first 2 tips you can absolutely control. They're all about you. Tip number 1 is availability. Be there, be available. What do I mean? Listen, I want to see your house. I think I love it. I want to go in there on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. But you don't want to wake up that early, get the kids ready, and get out of the house by 8:30. That will not work. Folks, you have to be available all the time to show your house. Remember, people are looking to purchase their biggest investment of their life for most people, and you can't make them do that on your schedule. You're selling this place, so make sure you're available to show the house. Now, the other thing, the second thing that you can control is presentation. Now, we just did a whole 4-part series on 20 tips to prepare your home for sale, so I won't get too far into that. We'll put the link in this video right below so you can actually watch those video presentations. But guys, you gotta understand, your home has to look good inside and outside. Make sure the curb appeal is there. Make sure when people walk inside, it looks amazing all the time. What I suggest you do, if you're a parent like we are, I'd say that you should have a little family meeting and let the family know, hey, we're working hard to sell the house and we want to make sure everything stays neat. And every week that the house is neat, you tell the kids, we're going to go grab some ice cream. Something like that. Bottom line, make sure the presentation is there. Those are the 2 things you can do to make sure that you've got a better chance in making more money. Let's go over number 3. You can't control this one so much past the point of hiring. What is it? Hiring an agent. Well, what do I mean? See, the key here is to understand that when you hire the right agent, that agent is marketing focused. Now, it's important to know that that agent has to have proven results in marketing. You see, if you want more money for your house, marketing is really going to get that done. You want agents that are really key to the newest technology. You want agents that are big into learning, not just saying they know a lot about, but learning more about great marketing techniques. Make sure your agent is huge on marketing. And one tip from us to you is make sure we do this with almost every home we have. If the timeline allows, we always have a great coming soon campaign. Guys, you gotta have a fantastic coming soon campaign. And here's why. Because most of the time, we're able to sell a home before it ever goes live. So our sellers are happy and the buyers feel like they got a great property before anyone else got to it. And when you give a buyer that feeling, they usually are willing to pay a little more for the house. All right, guys, in closing, your final tip is selling your home is about the story. It's about the story. And what I'm saying here is it first starts with price point. You see, when a buyer, we talked about it, when a buyer's searching for a home, they're looking at location and price point first. So make sure your home has a compelling price point. Make sure it's at market value or under market value if your aim is to create a bidding war, depending on your situation. But make sure no matter what, you have a compelling price point. The next thing in this story is definitely the online presentation. So here I am, I'm looking online, and guess what? I searched my criteria, the price point's there, and your house pops up. Well, if you've got a bunch of cell phone photographs, that's not very compelling. Make sure a professional photographer gets in there. Have some aerial photos done. Have a Matterport video done, depending on your property. But guys, the story has to be there. Imagine this. Some people, they'll drive by your house and they might say, I love this neighborhood. But most people, they're searching online today. So make absolute sure that the price is right and the online presentation is there. Because the next flow of the story is something we talked about. It's availability. After I've fallen in love with your house and I'm dying to see it, I found an agent who's willing to take me there at the one time I have availability. You've got to have availability too. If you turn down my showing, I probably won't get back to your house. I'm going to go to the other one. And the thing is, I might have liked your house more, but I'll never know, and neither will you. And the final part of the story is, we talked about it, that in-person presentation. Guys, you got to make absolutely sure that the in-person presentation is there. The front, the back, all your light bulbs are working. Everything is up to code. Guys, when I walk in the house, I want to fall in love. I don't want to think about the things I need to fix. I want to think about how I can move right in and build my family and my life around that home. So those are your tips. Those are things you need to do to make sure that you don't list your house above market value. But those are the keys to making sure that you can make a little more money for your house too. I'm Phil Gerdes with Phil and Victoria Gerdes of Long and Foster Real Estate, Christie's International. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can get updates on more videos to help you sell your house fast.